Are you struggling to pray? Have you ever wondered what prayer really is? Does prayer feel like rolling a stone up a hill? And do you ever feel like, if I could only figure out this prayer thing, I'll be able to pray more, maybe pray better? And sometimes you think, oh no, I'll never be able to do that. I'll never be good enough. Hi, my name is Claire Smith, and in this short video, I'm going to show you how to pray with greater ease and comfort so that you experience abundance and freedom in your life as you pray with greater confidence and as you pray regularly, making prayer a natural part of your life. Because it doesn't have to be like this. You're not rock climbing, you're praying. It's simple. First of all, God loves you without conditions. So prayer is about the love that with which God invites you into relationship. And so this love, this unconditional love, gives you the freedom to just show up, to just be there and say, Lord, here I am. And then as you show up, you have the freedom to be you, to just bring who you are and say your own words, the words you would use just every day, and you talk with God. And so that's the first tip. And the second tip is look to Jesus. As you think about what prayer is, and we talked about freedom, now you look to Jesus, because one thing we know about Jesus is that he prayed a lot. And so we see as he prayed a lot that he also approached God with familiarity, but always respect. And that Jesus was honest with God. And Jesus told God exactly how he was feeling and when things were tough. And so God loves you, look to Jesus and accept. Because it's okay to know that God loves you and that you look to Jesus. But if you don't accept the love, grace and forgiveness that God holds out to you in Jesus Christ, then it's going to be hard for you to accept what God says about you, that you're beloved, that you're forgiven. And it's going to be hard for you to accept what God gives you in Jesus Christ. So accept these and accept that God is God and surrender to God. Give all that you are to all that God is and do as God says. And then you might say to me, well, is that all? Well, while these 3 tips work great and definitely have you praying with greater consistency if you do them, if you take them seriously, it is a valid question. Is there more? And the answer is yes, there is more, because in some ways this is all at a basic level, but you can go deeper with the prayer guide. A short while ago, I prepared this amazing prayer guide called Finding Your True North to Abundant Living. And I love this guide because it shows you some of the things that keep you from having a great prayer life and what you can do about this. And so as you go through the guide, you'll get an even deeper window and doorway to prayer as you consider what is prayer. And so you might wonder, well, what will I find in this guide? Well, just to say briefly, you will find here some of the things that give you a twisted view of prayer and keep you from praying freely. It exposes some of those lies we've been taught and we've been told. And then in doing that, it helps to remove some of the constraints that keep you from really going to God. And then it gives you a solid foundation for prayer. By now, you're probably wondering, where can I get this guide? Well, there it is. SurrenderInPrayer.com/prayer guide, and don't forget the dash between the prayer and the guide. And this is what the page looks like when you get there, and you'll be able to just fill in and download it. And just to give you a bigger, the cover is right there in the right corner, but just to give you a bigger view of it, this is it. Prayer guide, Finding Your True North to Abundant and Free Living. My gift to you. Does anybody else know about this guide? Let's hear from Dr. Angela Sims, who attended a seminar that I taught based on this guide. and she says it allows persons to think deeply about prayer as an integral aspect of their daily existence. So it helps you to really make prayer a part of who you are. So why don't you just quit worrying about and stressing out or getting frustrated about prayer and your prayer life and whether or not you're good enough, and just visit mysurrenderinprayer.com prayer guide. And again, this is what the page looks like. So just enter the URL in the page. And yes, there's a special bonus as you see at the bottom for a limited time when you get the guide. But enter that mysurrenderinprayer.com prayer guide right there in the address bar, or click on the description link below here to go directly to the page. Thank you so much for watching this video. Head on over, get your guide, and pray. Remember, God loves you. Look to Jesus. Accept what God says about you and all that God gives you, and just be free with God. For God is there for you. Take all that you have to all that God is. God bless you.